Alright, so I'm doing a video of me and the Ford Ranger, the 94 Ford Ranger 4x4 extra cab V6 4.0. This is the transfer case. I am swapping out the transmission for a brand new one, freshly rebuilt. Everything was rebuilt on it. From the shift solenoids to the gears to the sun gear, all the clutches, everything. I didn't have this thing rebuilt because I didn't need it. But yep, I have all new gaskets. This is the old gasket for the transfer case, the rear of the transmission. I'll show you the old tranny. I'm pretty much like on the last stages of doing it, but as you can see, yeah, transmission just went out. It wouldn't shift unless you let off the gas and then you shift. So and that's the old torque converter. I got a new torque converter in there, and everything else in the transmission is completely rebuilt. I was gonna rebuild this one and sell it when I get the chance. I'm gonna rebuild it, but that's the old one. See, I thought it was the valve body gasket inside the transmission. Here's the new gasket for the whatchamacallit, for the transfer case, the one I was showing you earlier. These are all new gaskets in here for the valve body, because I was going to replace the valve body gasket because I thought that's what it was. But the guy who rebuilt my transmission, who works for the Ford dealership, he's the master mechanic for the Ford dealership, he told me that it's pretty much toast. He said that you might just want to, instead of wasting your money, you might just want to just have the transmission, the whole thing rebuilt, because he said that it wouldn't work even though. But anyways, yep, this is new. I forgot what this is called, but it has something to do with the shifting of the transmission. And this little servo was taken out and completely rebuilt. You can see the scratches on the you can see the scratches, a scratch there, a couple scratches because you have to unscrew it. And the other one, you can kind of see, that one has good scratches where you can tell that it's been taken out, replaced. The transmission oil pan was dropped down. All the shift solenoids were all replaced in there. It has brand new torque converter. But yeah, see, I just put in the transmission lines. I just hooked up. I just put in the Y pipe on both sides. Both Y pipe bolts are in, secure. Let's see what else. I put in all the transmission bolts. I haven't tightened them yet, but I put them all in. And transmission, that one, I put them all in. I'm just waiting to tighten them. I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow, and then start to connect. What else? The cross member frames, both of them, the front and the back cross member frames. One cross member frame goes right here, and the other one goes right here. So one here, one here. I don't know why they have two. I guess it's to hold the transmission. But I have all new motor. I put all new motor mounts, new transmission mount. New rims. Nice rims. Rims cost me $1,200 and tires, but not with the tires. And look at how much freaking tread, fits my whole finger, and my finger's pretty big and it's flush in there. Some good tread still. Some really good mountains, really good tread. Well, I'm gonna post this on YouTube for Craigslist when I'm ready to sell it. I put on new spark plugs, new spark plug wires, rims and tires, rotors, calipers, brand new radiator, so it has a lifetime warranty. New heater core, new hoses. You know, these rims are pretty sick though. Some sick looking rims. Sweet looking rims. But you're pretty much gonna have to pay the cost that I want if you want the rims. If you don't want the nice rims, I can give you the other rims that I have. They're steel rims. They're not aluminum like these. But I mean, it's a nice truck. It's just transmission went out and now I'm fixing it. I'm almost done. I did all the vent tubes, did the core line, so I can check that off. Core line check. And this was I was gonna make a start and finish video, but I did this all by myself, except for my friend. My friend helped me, he came over and helped me stab it and to drop it, and that was about it. Everything else is pretty much a one-man job. It takes about 6 hours to take it out, you know, because you have to get up and grab tools. If somebody were to hand me the tools, it'll take way less than that, but plus obstacles and stuff, you have to figure everything out so you don't break anything. But yeah, did all this from the start, all that, all this to here. Now I'm going back like this. I'm about like right here somewhere. Ready to put the transmission. I already did the torque converter and all that stuff. But yeah, pretty good truck, you know. I'm gonna end up doing the rest. I'll probably have like 75% of it done tomorrow, and then I'll post back. But it has K&N air filter, K&N oil filter. Check it out on YouTube. But yep, I didn't have the transfer case rebuilt because it didn't need it. It was fine when I was driving it. It worked perfectly, so I didn't need a rebuild. They're pretty easy to take off. I mean, I think all I did was take off the drive shaft to the rear end, and for the four-wheel drive shaft, and then came out pretty easy. It's a pretty easy ass job. All right.